Recognizes Representative Penn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I greatly respect and appreciate all the hard work that went into considering this bill with the committee and the leadership there and the members putting that in to get it to the floor, including allowing me to even add a technical amendment to the very soft language, but I must rise in opposition to House Bill 2525. HB 2525 provides a get-out-of-jail-free card while also diluting the work requirements for child care assistance in favor of minimum education standards. It is bad for families, it is bad for taxpayers, and it is bad for the Kansas economy. A little history. In 2015 and 2016, the Kansas legislature passed the most comprehensive welfare reform in the state's history. It was known as HOPE Act #1 and HOPE Act 2.0. These two pieces of legislation strengthened the work requirements for public assistance, while beefing up the program integrity to ensure that the help was provided to those who were truly needy. And fundamentally, these reforms highlighted the fact that it is work, not an endless welfare system, not endless welfare programs that are crucial to getting people out of poverty. Bill Clinton told you that. Believe it or not, Kansas was experiencing at the time a continued drop in the overall poverty, child poverty, and unemployment rate prior to the 2019 global pandemic. So much so that in 2019, USA Today came out with an article entitled, "Kansas is lifting the most kids out of poverty. What is your state doing?" That article noted that Kansas had the second lowest supplemental poverty rate in the country, and seeing the success of child support cooperation for SNAP, the USDA issued a statement encouraging other states to pursue what we were doing here. It noted, quote, "We want states to take action to ensure that SNAP and child support work together to help children," said the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture. He also said that increasing the number of states, this is a quote, "increasing the number of states that implement child support cooperation requirements will benefit families, help non-custodial parents assume responsibility for the well-being and stability of their children, and provide more children with the support that they deserve." HB 2525, ladies and gentlemen, has the aim and the effect of upending the HOPE Act, thereby destroying all of our gains in the fight to get generations out of the broken cycle of dependent poverty, and parents to take the modicum, the smallest modicum of responsibility for their progeny. There is no data showing that our current policy is detrimental to Kansas children or mothers in need. As you've heard, Kansas has on the books a good faith effort policy in effect. I can give you that data if you want to see it. It allows that case to continue and get these efforts and the support even if the parent feels a threat of retaliation. In short, HB 2525 removes the requirement for a parent of children to cooperate with child support services as a condition for food stamps or EBT. It also removes the work requirement for child care subsidy if a parent is enrolled in just 6 hours of credits per semester. And that's assumed, those 6 hours of credits per semester, January through June. So technically you got the whole summer off while you're riding on taxpayers' dollars. Our current Kansas statute is not hurting families or children. In fact, the opposite has been shown to be true. More families are getting off of welfare and child poverty rate is declining. Regarding this subsidy, we are facing a labor shortage crisis. You've heard of it. We should be pushing for people to be competent in the workforce now. Also, the fiscal note shows that the cost for proposed child care subsidy that this bill proposes will be at the state's expense once our child care development funds are depleted in the next couple of years. In closing, because dependency, an endless and broken cycle of dependency, is not compassion, because of its intended impact to perpetuate that state of dependency upon our families and upon the state of brokenness on Kansas taxpayers, because it ignores and obliterates all the gains of our successful current policy that leaves no qualifying child without access to either SNAP or TANF benefits, and because it provides a get-out-of-jail-free card while also diluting the work requirements for child care assistance in favor of the minimum education standards, we can all see that HB 2525 is bad for families, bad for taxpayers, and bad for our Kansas economy. Kansans are hardworking, responsible people Let us continue to promote and model those traditional values of hard work and responsibility for our children to see. I will vote against this measure, and I encourage all of you to do the same. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Does any member wish to change their vote? With 53 in favor, 66 against, the motion fails.